but I ain't finna go on a date with you because I know long term I'm not gonna last with you. Long story short, I changed my mind, and that's okay. And I am just grateful.
Your love is one in a million. It goes on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day.
Hey y'all, my name is Pamela and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be like a major life update. I have not been on YouTube, y'all, in 6 months. It is, I think today is July 7th. I have not been like posting on YouTube since like the beginning of February. So what, 2 minus 7 is what, 5, right? Okay, so maybe like 5 months, maybe not 6 months, but it's been a while since the last time I posted on here. So I just wanted to update y'all on why I've been gone, what I've been doing while I've been gone. Things have been good, y'all. So these are gonna be really great updates. I think you guys are gonna be really excited about them too. So if you're new here, like I said, my name is Pamela. I am, how old am I? I'm 24, going on 25. I'm halfway to 25, y'all, which is crazy. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna just pick up where we left off in one of the last vlogs. So as y'all know, I've been saving up and working really hard to move out of my parents' house. I was apartment hunting and I was ready to like move out. I had all my ducks in a row so that I could move out, but New York City apartment hunting in the season where apartment inventory is not that high. Granted, like the rates were cheaper than they would be now in the summer. I'm very glad I'm not moving in the summer. But yeah, it was just crazy. But as you can probably tell by my background, I have moved out of my parents' house, y'all. Like literally, it's crazy. So I moved out in February. My lease actually, and that means a lot to me that my lease started on Valentine's Day. I didn't move in like officially until like a week later. Because Valentine's Day was like a Monday and I just like had, you know, stuff to do. I was cleaning the apartment, that kind of thing. But yeah, y'all, my lease started on Valentine's Day, and if you know, you know, I love holidays, and Valentine's Day is hands down one of my favorite holidays, if not the favorite, besides my birthday. So yeah, my lease started on Valentine's Day. I moved in, I think like my official move-in date where I moved everything in was February 22nd. It still feels surreal that last time I was talking to y'all, I was talking about what I wanted to do and what I was planning on doing. And now I've done it. Like I took the leap. I moved out of my parents' house. As you all know, I still live in Brooklyn. So yeah, I moved out of my parents' house. Yeah, just like I told y'all in that video, and I'll link it up here in the cards. Just like I told y'all in that video, it really was like the Hunger Games. Apartment hunting in New York City is literally like the Hunger Games. Again, I'm so glad I did it in the winter because I got a really good deal on my apartment, and I just feel like it might not have gone for as much as it went for when I got it during the summer, and it's just less competition, but it still is a lot of competition, if that makes sense. But yeah, so there's that. I moved out. The moving process, honestly, I'm still not, I mean, I'm a lot more settled in, but I'm still working on furnishing my house, and like that's my major task that I'm taking on this summer, which is part of why I am not going on any trips this summer. So like my main focus is furnishing my house because I want to be able to like those get-togethers and stuff like that, hopefully. In the fall, I want to like have a housewarming party or something, I don't know. But I definitely want to start having events in like the fall, winter months. So have to have the house fully furnished to do that. So I'm working on that. In terms of work, I am still working for my new employer. If you haven't seen the video about when I left my previous job, I left my previous job in like October, and I started this current job in November of last year, 2021. So if you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna put it up here for y'all in the cards as well. But yeah, I had a very interesting experience with my previous employer. I enjoyed my job description then. So I started this current job in November, and I got a promotion. Well, I guess you can call it a promotion, but in layman's terms, I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want to call this a promotion. But basically, I started off as a contractor, and being a contractor when you work for a company means that yes, you work for a said company, but like the staffing agency that found you and recruited you, they're the ones that are paying you. And you're not a technical employee of that company on paper. Yes, you're working for them, but on paper, you're technically an employee of the staffing agency and you don't have access to any of the company's benefits because you're technically on paper an employee of the staffing agency. So kind of like temporary work, contract work, that's kind of how that works. And I knew going into that there was a strong possibility, well, there was a possibility that I can get converted to full-time just based on my performance. And by the grace of God, I got converted to full-time, y'all. I got converted to full-time in April, which is crazy because my 6-month mark wasn't until May, and my contract was technically 6 months, but they were so eager to convert me to full-time, and they really wanted me on their payroll and everything, and they wanted to lock me in. So I got converted to full-time even a little bit before the 6-month mark. So to God be the glory for all the things he's done. Oh my God. A part of me still can't believe it. But I'm just like so happy, so excited, so grateful. I work for an amazing company. You guys know, or you should know by now, that I work in tech. I'm an administrator, so I'm the person that manages people's calendars and things like that. I plan events, etc., etc. So yeah, I'm super thankful, super grateful. It's been an awesome journey with the company. And I definitely, this is honestly the longest I've been at a job in my adult life, like post-college. I've been there for like 9 months now, and I really intend to stay there for a while. I think naturally, like every year, every 6 months, you should reevaluate your job, and like, just like the job gives you a performance review, you need to give yourself a review of, does this still work for me? So I honestly do plan to do that once I hit the 1 year mark, or honestly, I'm starting to think of it now because it's July, my 1 year mark is going to be in November. So yeah, but I do intend to stay as long as it's worth my while, as always, and I'm just so thankful, so grateful. Let's see what else I did over the break. So I really didn't travel much. Actually, I'm lying, I did. So in May, I went to Texas and I saw my sister and my siblings and my parents, which was nice. It was cool, and it was still chilly here, so I was really happy to just like get out and enjoy some really nice hot weather. Y'all know I love warm weather. I suffer from seasonal depression, so the sun is literally good for me. So that was cool. Kind of seeing my sister's stomping ground and everything. And then in June, first weekend of June, I took a girls trip to, where did we go? Stafford, Virginia. So we went to like a winery, we hung out at the beach. It was an interesting trip, but I'm glad I went. The winery, that was actually my first time at a winery, so I really enjoyed it. And I absolutely, positively need to go to a winery again. I'm trying to plan with one of my girlfriends to go to a winery before the year ends, because I just love wineries. Liquor is cool, mixed drinks are cool, but like good wine, you don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me. I'm gonna be set with a good wine, okay? Let's see what else. Sorry, y'all, quick break. But yeah, let's see what else. I'm trying to think of what else I've been up to. So went on those trips. Work has been going exceptionally well, thank God. Excuse me. Work has been going exceptionally well, thank God. The big thing is that I moved out, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about that in a second, but I just wanted to give you like the high level what's been going on type of thing. I still have a relaxer, FYI. I just got braids because I just couldn't do it with the hair on my neck. I just couldn't. And I'm loving I love like the leave out look now. So like I did a quick weave a little while ago. I like the look of a quick weave, but I need air on my scalp, and like with the quick weave, your hair is all bonded under the tracks. So I at least would have to do like a U-part or a sew-in next time, but the look of it, I'm obsessed with, I absolutely love. So definitely going to do that probably like towards the fall when it's a little chillier and I'm not irritated having hair on my neck. Even with these braids, let me tell y'all, 99% of the time, you're gonna catch me with these braids in a bun or a ponytail. It's too hot to have hair on my neck. I don't know what it is, it's just too hot. I used to be able to wear a whole wig in the summer, all summer. Now, can't do it, at least not this summer. So there's that. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, dating, duh, I'll tell you about that. So, I don't remember if I told y'all about like how I was taking a break from dating. I think I did in that same video where I was telling y'all about this new job, I believe. If I did, I'm gonna link that video in the cards. But yeah, I took like a 6-month break off of dating. So that was probably from like, I think the break ended, quote unquote, maybe like in March. So that means it probably started like in October, but somewhere from like fall last year to like springish, end of winter, beginning of springish. So dating, still single. Clearly, well, there's no ring on this finger, but let me tell you, I'm not one of those meet and get engaged in 5 months type of people. So it wouldn't have been a ring on here anyway in the last 5 months. Okay. But yeah, so I had the break off from dating, and then I kind of like got back into the saddle, got on the dating apps, and like was open to like dating again. And I don't think I've actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've been on any dates since then. And if you know me, you know last year, and especially 2020, baby, I was on a date not every week, but I was dating, like I was on dates and stuff like that. But honestly now, like some men will like meet you on an app and not have much conversation with you, but want to plan a date. And for me, that's fine, but before the date, like if we're talking Monday and you're talking about are you available tomorrow, I'm honestly gonna say no. I'm gonna say, but I'm available Friday, I'm available Saturday, because I need those days to get to know you. And honestly, I feel like it benefits both the other party and me if we just get the preliminaries out the way, because I'm not dating for kicks and giggles anymore. I'm not trying to get married tomorrow, but I do not believe in wasting my time. So I'm not even gonna waste my time going on a date with someone that, for example, is not even a Christian. There's nothing wrong with not being a Christian. That's your personal decision, that's your thing. But I ain't finna go on a date with you because I know long term I'm not gonna last with you, because that's something I require in a partner, you know what I mean? Or like if we just have very opposing views on a lot of things that I know is just not gonna work, that are non-compromisable. When we have conversation, even if it's like 3 days worth of conversation, like through text, phone, whatever, you get some information about the person, or just learn how to see how the person moves. Like if the person's talking about, oh, they're interested in you, but they're only giving you 1 text a day and they're not calling you back when they say they'll call you, I don't even want to go on a date with you because you've been a flop. So how do I even know you're gonna show up? You know what I mean? So there's been some of that. There was one person that I would say we were about to go on a date, but I think in the other person's head, we probably were never going to go on a date, which is like, again, if you know, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But yeah, there was one person that I was interested in and it ended up not working out. And it was, I don't know if the word is hurtful because that's a little dramatic for someone that like, you know, we didn't even go on like an official date. We like linked very, very casually, very briefly, but we both knew that wasn't a date. Anywho, besides the point, I thought it would be something, and the person was basically all bark no bite, essentially. They talked a good talk, but their actions didn't line up with that. And for me, that didn't work. And I told them that once before, like, if you say these things, I expect your actions to match up with it, which I really shouldn't even have to say because we all grown here, and y'all know I like dating older men. So I didn't even dating men my age, and the older men still be coming with the BS. Ain't that crazy? But anyway, so yeah, honestly, in regards to dating, it's not something I like to, not dating, relationships and like having a partner in the future. It's something I don't like to think about a lot because it can be discouraging when like you want to do something or you would like something, but it's not like manifesting itself. So I really try not to focus on that. And again, I know I have my own, I know I'm independent, but everyone would like a partner here and there. So I try not to think about it too much. So yeah, there's that. And just like everybody else, we be on the apps and delete them for like 5 days and be on them and delete them. So it is what it is. Anywho, I also have been back in therapy. I don't know if I told y'all when I started therapy again. I'm really trying to remember when I started therapy again, but I think I've been in therapy for like a good, if it's July, I've been in therapy for like a good, actually, you know what? I started therapy like the week after I moved in here, so like end of February is when I started back therapy again. I was in therapy last year, but then honestly, I just couldn't afford it anymore, so I had to stop. But now I'm back in therapy and I've been in it, haven't missed a week for the last like 6 months. Yeah, 6 months, 5-6 months. For the last 5-6 months, I've been back in therapy, and my therapist is really great. And honestly, it's been great for me. It's been life-changing, and one of the things that has been the things that like really impacted my life is how my therapist encourages me to have boundaries, which is something that it feels kind of weird having, and it makes me sometimes feel like, oh damn, like why do I always have to be a hard ass about everything? But at the end of the day, it's my job to protect myself. So whatever I have to do or not do in order to protect myself, no matter how it looks to other people, it is my responsibility to myself to do those things, because I know what it feels like to be at rock bottom, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever, and financially, hello. And it is my duty to myself that I don't go back there. And I told myself, like, after going through all that I've gone through over the last 2 years with like losing my grandparents, leaving my job in finance, having to move back in with my parents, moving from Chicago to New York to move back in with my parents, being unemployed for 1.5 years, like, I decided to make a decision and a commitment to myself that I'm never going to go back to a state like that. And in order to do that, I really have to, I don't know if the word is even protect myself, but I have to have boundaries I guess you could say, to protect myself and my health in all facets: physical, emotional, spiritual, and financial health, and mental health, of course. So yeah, therapy has been going good. I'm trying to think of what else. For the most part, that's really what's been going on. I've been trying to put myself out there a little bit more in regards to making new friends. If you know, you know. From the time I started vlogging to now, I've literally been hanging out with the same people. Y'all probably know them by name by now. I've been hanging out with the same people, and when I was in Chicago, I really didn't make any friends besides like maybe like less than a handful of people, honestly. And I realized it's because even in college, I made friends, but I kept them at bay because I was like, oh, I have my real friends at home, which is like a really horrible way to think, honestly. It's good to have that safety net sometimes, but I think I leaned on it a little too much. So I'm really working on branching out and making new friends. And honestly, I kind of even realized, like, sometimes they be busy and I just don't want to stay home just because they busy. And granted, I will go out by myself, which is something I'm working on, dating myself and prioritizing myself. But it's like, sometimes I want to do something with someone else. And if this small group of people is not available, hey, what about hitting up someone else that, you know, you might have a good time with, you know? So I've been working on that, and y'all know I'm not trying to be in New York for the rest of my life. And I'm like, realistically, if I ever want to leave New York, or let's just say my other girlfriends choose to leave New York, which is their prerogative, I don't want to be like hung out to dry. I hurry the rest of this video up because I just ran out of storage, but I was able to make some more. I don't know how much I have left, but we're gonna figure it out. I don't remember what I was saying. Awkward. Dating. We were talking about dating? I really don't remember. Anywho, so yeah, that is what has been going on, and I'm sure you guys are wondering why I have not been on YouTube. Honestly, I promise you I did. I really thought that when sidebar, do y'all hear the echo in here? Yeah, I clearly need to furnish this house. Anywho, so honestly, I really had in my head, I thought that I would want to like share every step of the process with you guys in terms of like, I don't know about apartment hunting, but even like, okay, the empty apartment tour, moving day, etc., etc. But honestly, I don't want to say it was random, but honestly, once I was in that state of like signing my lease and everything, I really was like, you know what? I just want to live in the moment. I really just wanted to live in the moment. And I did take some videos, so whichever videos I feel comfortable putting in, I'm sure I'll put them in either on the side here, or I'm sure I'll put them in for when I was talking about moving before. But yeah, I really thought I was gonna vlog the whole thing, but I just really wanted to just live in the moment, and I really just wanted to soak it in because I had worked so hard and prayed so long for this that I just wanted to just soak it all in. And it was a lot to take in, but it was a lot in a good way. And yeah, I just wanted to like soak it all in and be very present. And I feel like my apartment is like my baby. And I really just wanted to just have it to myself for a bit. And not that it'll be like open to the public, but I don't know, like I just feel like it's my baby, and I don't know, like just for now, I just like the privacy. I don't know what the word is, but like long story short, I changed my mind, and that's okay. Like it's okay to change your mind. And one thing that I'm learning, and of course, you know, this is a given, but I really have outside of God, I have soul autonomy over my life. So if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. If I don't want to do something, I'm not gonna do it. And I feel like it's just that simple. But yeah, I really had every intention of sharing, but I really think it is important to share to an extent, for me at least, because I really want y'all to see what God has done. And God literally has given me my own home, my own apartment, and I am just grateful. Like, I don't know if grateful is even the word, like, God has really done a miraculous work in my life, and I'm just so thankful. And the gag is, this is just the beginning, but also this is miles and light years away from where I began. Even before I moved back to my parents' house in 2020, like I remember in 2019 being in Chicago and thinking like, yeah, like what would be perfect? The perfect medium for me would be living in New York and working and having my own apartment in New York. And that was something I said in 2019, something I thought about in 2019. And now it's 2022 and I got it. And like I told y'all, in 2020, I gave myself a year. I'm like, okay, you know, I was going through a lot emotionally and mentally. The pandemic happened. I'm like, all right, give yourself a year and then you gotta be out of your parents' house in a year. And it took 2 years for that to happen. And you know what, at this point, I don't even think that I'm mad at it at this point. Because I'm here now, you know? And of course, y'all already know I had a lot of my frustrating moments, don't trip. But yeah, I'm here now, so I'm just thankful. But yeah, I really did miss you guys. There were a lot of moments where I like went and rewatched my previous videos. Are still loving on the video from when I permed my hair, so thank you so much for your love on that. There are so many times where I think, I should, you know, vlog this and do this and do that. But one thing I'm really working on is outside of work, I don't really want to have any side hustles that I'm purposely doing to generate money or whatever it is. Because I'm not generating money from YouTube now, but especially in the past, that was my goal. Like, okay, I gotta get to 1K subscribers. I gotta get my I think it's like 4,000 or 40,000 watch hours in, And while that would be nice, it's a lot to be striving for essentially like a career goal outside of your actual career. And for me, I feel like I've been doing that for so long, whether it's with YouTube. Previously, before I was vlogging, I was doing makeup. That's why my early videos are makeup tutorials. Or, you know, prior to that, you know, of course I was in college working jobs and stuff like that. So for me, I'm really at a place where I really just want to do my day job, and then anything else I do outside of that, I really just want it to be for leisure. I really just want to continue to enjoy my time outside of work. And my job is not horrible by any means, but I don't want to have to think so critically and strategically about stuff outside of work. I feel like everything outside of work, and sometimes even work, should be fun, you know, and just like enjoying my life and just like a mental break and something that's just fun to do. Like, because I feel like our society is always like, oh, you gotta side hustle and do this and make money and da-da-da-da, and you know, your side hustle income should replace your regular income, da-da-da-da-da, but it's just like, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of years of doing 2 jobs at once to get to a certain point that is not even guaranteed, because the reality is there's no guarantee that I'm gonna get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's not like something that, not me running out of storage again. But yeah, like I really just want it to just be something fun. And I think when you like are so like, okay, I gotta get this many subscribers and I gotta do this and I gotta edit this and I gotta do this and this and this, it's not fun anymore. And I really want to just do stuff that's fun. And I feel like if YouTube is gonna be my hobby, it's gonna be my hobby, and I'm gonna have fun with it. Like, I'm not gonna put so much pressure on myself to do certain things, and I'm not gonna let people put so much pressure on me to do certain things. Like, what if I just want to do it for fun because it makes me happy? Like, just like when people go golfing, they don't want to necessarily be on a PGA golf tour, but it's like they want to do something fun. Like, and that's all it is. And I think that's just what I want to do with my free time, just do something fun, like on my own terms, you know what I mean? So yeah, and I just needed time to just get myself together. And granted, life is a roller coaster, and I've had a lot, you know, not a lot, but I've had my moments over the last few months. But overall, I can really truly say that I'm blessed. And just having that silence and that time to just like sit in that has been exponentially helpful. So yeah, that is what I have been up to in a nutshell. I think we covered all bases in this video, and yeah, I'm still working on furnishing the house. I'm really hoping and praying that like by like September I'll have all of the major things. So I still need like a dining table. I think I want to replace my curtains in my living room, but that's like a side project. But definitely want a coffee. I want a coffee table. I want to like finish getting things for my bedroom. I want to get some more art for my walls. There are actually paintings above me, but you guys can't see them because I hung them too high. because I wanted them to be in line with the door frame, which is also just like really high by itself. So that's kind of awkward, but another story for another day. Yeah, so that is what I've been up to. And I really just want to encourage you, like, wherever you are in life now, and granted, there's more to come. I'm actually in the process of writing out all of my goals, because all the goals that I wrote out, last time I really wrote out goals like extensively was in 2020, and if I'm not mistaken, I achieved almost all of them. I have to find that paper that I wrote them on, but I'm actually in the process of this week writing out my goals. I'm writing out my financial goals, even what I want in a man and a partner, which is again hard for me to write because I told y'all I don't like thinking about those things. But you know, it is what it is. Because I think it's important to write things down and give them to God. Like, God, this is what I want to do. And at the end of the day, God, for me, it's like, yes, I want to do these things and that's great. But more importantly, I want to be in the will of the Lord for my life. So I could say, I said I wanted to leave my house in a year. And granted, did I want to? Yes. But I think the will of the Lord was something else. Was it very difficult? Yes. But it's very possible that the will of the Lord was for me to leave at 2 years. And that's what happened. So anywho, yeah, that's important for me to be in the will of God. So I write my goals down, I give them to God, and I'm like, yo, whatever you want is what I want. I know you can make it happen. And then it really gives you something concrete to look at when you look back at it. Like, when I look over those previous goals, whenever I find the paper, and I usually do a pretty, like, every once in a while, I look over the goals that I wrote down, and I'm like, okay, I haven't done that. But over time, you'll realize you accomplished a lot of it. You know what I mean? Like, on my vision board for this year was to move out. And I did that. I would also like to start buying designer things. Have I done that this year yet? No, in the first 6 months. Will I do it in the second 6 months? I don't know. But at the end of the day, things will happen in God's timing. But yeah, I encourage you, especially if we're halfway through the year, I really encourage you to write down your goals, give them to God, and see how He works, and be able to look back at those goals like, yep, that's what God did, you know? Anywho, so I'm trying to think of any other updates I have for you guys. That is really it. I am traveling in the winter, which I'm so excited about. So at the end of this year, your girl is back out on the international front. I absolutely love you guys. Thank you all for just, I don't know, just being supportive, sticking it out with me. My subscriber count has actually grown since I've been gone, which is crazy to think because I haven't been posting, but we're almost at 200, y'all. So to God be the glory for all the things that He's done. It sounds so cliche, but if He did it for me, He could do it for you. I went through the trenches, through the fire to get where I am now. I do not, honestly, I don't wish that part on y'all, but I really do hope and pray that y'all have the blessings of the Lord that make rich and add no sorrow to your lives. Just as I wish the same for myself. I think I've said a little too much, but yeah, y'all. I love y'all. God bless y'all. See y'all in the next video. Bye.